Yep, I haven't had one since Great Wolf Lodge.
I miss that hug.
Oh yeah, you did have a nice one. Didn't
It was so nice.
you?
Dude, it.
It might be. No, it's chocolate.
Dude.
You talking about something that's just used? No, these shirts is dirty.
No, this is doo-doo.
Ugh. Oh my goodness. What did I say we was talking about?
Oh,
Talking about cars.
Cars,
Talking
yeah.
about,
Wear Nike gear being.
Oh yeah, fat
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah. Damn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to gym. I know I do all this. Oh, let me not talk about it then.
Right.
Talk about it then.
Okay. So, and then the other one was the balance between Corey.
Yeah?
I need y'all to be super quiet for like 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Carrie gonna be
Yeah. Look at me!
Okay, and then the balance between your wants and necessities when trying to start a relationship.
Yeah.
That was the number one suggestion.
Okay.
Somebody else said something about finances, but I was like, it's kind of cool. I don't know anything about that. I'm poor.
Excuse me, I haven't had that much money.
Okay. So this is our third session of Talking Lemons, or excuse me, let me start over. So this is our third session of Let's Talk Lemons, and my cousin was supposed to be here, and yes, I'm calling her out, Sarah.
Oh, I thought it was Ashley.
No, Ashley wouldn't do me like that because she
Oh.
just said no in the beginning.
Right.
But Sarah,
Hey,
yes, Sarah, you were supposed to be here.
And
but
look at your feelings.
Right.
You're welcome.
Yes,
I'm
so-
back. Okay.
So yes, I got Ashley back here with me, and I do like to talk to her a lot. So
Everyone else obviously is probably so thrilled.
I
They're
know,
like,
they
oh
was
my
like,
God,
yes,
so
her
glad.
again.
Turn up, you know.
So
Yeah.
thank you for doing this with
You're
me.
welcome. Well, thank you for my vegan tacos.
Oh, that was amazing. I
So
should eat them
good.
all the time.
No, like it should be like Taco Tuesday. Like it should be a real thing.
We should do that. Like
That would
every
be good.
Tuesday.
And I
It's
can
gonna
go
be the same
sometimes,
taco.
That's fine. You come to my house now and we could do it.
That's right.
See?
I love you.
Look at God.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep it to where I do 3 topics, and I'm trying to keep it under 30 minutes, but I get to talking, and sometimes I just don't.
She's so excited.
So 3 topics, 2 heavy ones, and 1 light one. And today I'm going to start with a heavy one. And what heavy one is that? We're going to talk about the balance between your wants and your necessities when trying to start a relationship. Somebody told me that I should talk about this, so I'm talking about it. And this was a little personal, so yes, we're going to talk about that. And I think it was more along the lines of trying to start a relationship, and in my situation, I got kids. I got kids, and dating with kids is totally different than dating without them. I think it keeps you out of trouble, or at least less trouble,
Well, hopefully it does.
or keeps you out of more trouble.
Yeah.
But
Not for everybody, though.
yes. So, they brought up trying to do a whole bunch of things all at once, and then also trying to start a relationship. Their suggestion was that I should focus on this one thing, and then once all of that is done, that's when you move on to trying to bring somebody in. So it's a matter of, do you want to start something new and make money, or do you want to start something new and have a relationship? Do you agree that they should be separate, or can you do both? What do you think?
Well, coming from someone who hasn't been in a relationship for quite a while, I find that, to me, anyone that I desire to be with should want me to be the best that I can, to reach for goals that would have me do things that are outside of that relationship, you know, and to support me. I think that anything that's done with good intention can happen simultaneously. It also takes a lot of effort on both parts and a lot of understanding, a lot of communication. If everybody, you know, isn't on the same page and people, you know, get their feelings hurt and that kind of stuff. But I feel like if you're open and direct with someone, especially in the beginning, about what you're trying to do with your life, your goals, things that you're trying to attain outside of being in a relationship, if they can't respect that, then that's maybe someone, I wouldn't, people say red flags, but that could be something to think about, because what happens in life as you decide, you want to do something else later on, or you want, is it always going to be that boundary of like, well, put more focus on me? Because I'm kind of like, at this point,
that's really selfish.
It is, and I feel like at this point in our lives, it's like, we're grown women. It's not like we're in high school and we have all this free time to just, dote on you and like, send you cute, talk to you all day. Like, I don't have kids and I don't have time for that. And not only do I not have time for that, even if I did, that's not how I would want to spend my time.
Right.
So I think it all depends on the person. If they're driven in life, because a lot of times someone who is driven as well is going to excite you to want to do more, motivate you to do more. It's going to, want to work with you and not make you, I wouldn't say make you feel bad about striving to do things that you're capable of and that, could do some good for someone else. So, it all depends on perspective. But I know relationships where people are just very content with just having somebody and going to, a 9-to-5 job every day, and that's their life until they retire. If that's you, kudos. But, that's not everyone's idea of, a relationship and success in life. And I know I don't want to go back to working 9-to-5. It's tough.
It is. I mean, and in my life, I do have that 9-to-5. Plus, I have all these other things.
Right.
And that's just who I am. I've always been that way, even before I had kids. So, like, my kids they're an extra thing, and they're a main focus. But I feel like I'm the master of balancing everything.
Right.
And this is my favorite thing to say. People make time for the things that they want.
For sure.
So if I want to be in a relationship, I'm going to make time for that. Whether that means that I got to, get a babysitter, or I got to, talk to you, like step outside the room for a second so I can talk to you or whatever. I mean, I feel like I can balance that. I think that's not a big deal, like to be able to do this and that. Like, I can do that both. Now, if you're feeling like I'm not giving you enough time, I'm not giving you enough attention, and you want me to stop doing this so I can do this, then that means that we're not going to work, because my life has always been that way. I mean, I look at my mom, she's the same way, and she's got older kids, so it's always going to be that way. So if you can't work with it now, you're not going to be able to work with it in the future.
You got to respect the hustle.
Because if I stop doing my hustle and I focus on trying to get into a relationship, eventually, once that relationship is set, I'm going to go back to my hustle. So if you can't do this now, then you're not going to be able to do it later.
Not to mention, like, it's like next year I'm going to be on some like, ooh, let's do this.
Right.
You got to be willing to roll with me.
Right.
And if you can't keep up, because you still got your trainer wheels on, then I don't really know how that,
Right.
So it's, but I feel like, that's also a thing that, now I'm not trying to like attack men, or anything like that. Because, but sometimes the male ego can be so monstrous that it's like, and this is part of why I've been single for so long, because it's like, there's certain things that's just like, a lot of men, it seems, it's been my experience, I don't know if this is for everybody, but are oftentimes intimidated by women for whatever reason that are driven and have aspirations outside of just having a family and taking care of kids, so I think society has placed this image on well, this is the idealistic view of your life, and how the man goes to work and the woman caters to the family. And I get that, but in this day and age, we all out here trying to do things to not only progress ourselves, but to settle for my kids, and the cost of living is outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
So you gotta have more than one gig. If you don't, like, living by yourself is so expensive. It's like, if you do, you have to have multiple sources of income, especially if you, like someone like you have kids. Nobody's helping you with your bills.
I mean, but even then, outside of financial, I feel like women have, they stay at home with their kids while the man goes to work, whatever. And then they start to get bored being at home with all these kids all day long.
Yeah.
So they search for something that can keep them busy.
Right.
but they also balance taking care of home as well. So I mean, women are kind of built for it. Like,
yeah, and we're entitled to have more than one passion,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So that's kind of how I feel about that. If if you're the type of person where you want someone that's gonna just dote on you and be about you, then you need to find a woman that's like that.
yes,
But you can't expect anybody to change to fit your mold.
Right.
Like, if she's showing you or he's showing you that, he's the go-getter or she's the go-getter, a hustler, like always into trying, doing different things. If you can't, deal with that, then that's probably, I would say, not the relationship for you, because you would just end up feeling left out.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yep. All right, so next, let's go to our light topic, which is cars. Do you feel like the car that you drive is you, or is that what was just convenient at the time?
Oh, yes. This is a great one.
I know. I love cars.
This is great for us because this is how we met. This is kind of a bonding experience.
You're right. When I first
Sarah,
met
thank
Ashley,
you.
right.
Thank you, Sarah.
Get Sarah out the way.
They're going to love this story. This is
Right.
lit.
So when I met Ashley, we both had the same kind of car, and they both had the same name. We had Ford Crown Victoria.
Vics. Mine was the 88. Oh, no, the 91.
No, yours
was 8.
Yours was a 90, and mine was a 91.
But they look completely different.
Yeah, she had
Y'all
the
say
old Matlock.
Yeah.
She had the Matlock.
Yes, with the suede
Yes.
seats. All the windows didn't go down. The AC didn't work.
Yes. My head gasket was blown, so I was throwing water in that joint everywhere we went.
Look, we got to ride in her car in the summertime, though, because my car in the summer would be like the summer. I would get to work already sweaty. What's happening?
How you used to have to turn the corner with your foot on the brake?
Yeah, y'all, peep this. Okay, so my car was, I don't know what was wrong with it, but you got to ride around and get it how you can.
Right,
in high school,
right.
That's why I was working too, to pay for my car insurance. So I didn't have a lot left over after that. So, I always had to have, driving with 2 feet is possible. That's what I'm going to say now. Am I condoning this? No. Okay, so don't anybody go out here and do this.
A clutch.
All right.
Should you be driving with 2 feet.
Okay, so I always had to have my foot on the gas a little bit, because
So
if
it
I
wouldn't
took
cut it off?
or it would
So it
turn
wouldn't
off,
cut
even if I was turning, I had to have a little bit on the gas, not too much, or it would turn off mid-turn. I don't know how I figured out how to work that either, but
oh my goodness!
I was driving
when you learn your car. You learn your car.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah.
Whew.
But right now, I feel like so I have 3 cars. Not to like boast or anything, but I have my beater, my Honda Accord that gets it everywhere. If this car ain't working, my Honda's always gonna be working.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my Charger, which is the car that I feel like is me.
That's definitely you.
It don't work, which is also me. I've always got some moments, let me tell you. And then I got this minivan that I swear to cheese that it's not me. I hate minivans. I don't like driving minivans.
Tell them the color.
Don't tell them the color. Don't tell them the color. Because matter of fact, when I was 19, I had a minivan just like this one.
Oh, really?
But it was the older version, and it was the same daggone color.
I just remember that Mirage.
Now that car was me. $350, boy.
Adventures were had in there.
Yes.
I wonder how we both, we must have been up in there.
Yeah.
It was tough. Okay.
So when you go to buy a car, like some people have it better than others, credit better than others, for you to go buy a car. Are you going to buy your car outright with whatever money, something that's just going to get you to point A to point B?
Mm-hmm.
Do you buy a car that, you want to own it, but you want to get a little bit more than just point A to point B? You trying to get there looking decent, like you actually combed your head that day. Or you going to the dealership, picking out a car. Do you let them sell you the car? Or do you go there and tell them what you want?
Mm-hmm.
So, with the car that you drive, you ain't got to tell them what you're driving.
Oh, I don't mind, baby.
I know. She got.
Now let me tell y'all my story, okay? So we started from the bottom. Now we here a little bit,
right?
But that car note, though, let me tell you, okay?
Ooh.
So went from Matlock, and now I have a Maxima. It's my baby.
Right.
But let me tell you, the struggle to get in there, it took, let me see, 10 to 12 years for me to actually get the car that I wanted. And that took me like really working on my credit, having a job that I could afford to pay the note. Now that I'm not working as much, that note is, you know, a little heftier. But I do say that now the car that I drive represents me. But that's also because I wanted this car for, you know, over like 10 years. So I've worked hard to get to a point to where I could afford to have it. Now, retrospectively, would I, you know, the country we live in, you know, everything's pretty easily accessible. Like, you don't really have to have good credit now to go out and get a new whip.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So it's like, the cost of getting really expensive cars and the responsibility that comes with paying that note every month
and then maintenance
and for years at a time, you know, you have to be ready for that responsibility. So even if your car, you know, that you're driving now doesn't represent you, you better make it represent you. You can't afford, you know, something that's going to cost you more at the end of the month. Because not only is the car note, you got like car insurance, the maintenance, oil change. I just had to get, you know, that stimulus check we got, y'all, went to my new tires. Like, you know, it's like, dang, I thought it was a little change. And
and it's like, I know what my dream car is. I want a Toyota 4Runner. I want it all black. With black wheels on it, black windows. I don't even want to be able to see out the windows. That's how black I want the car to be.
Lord, girl, please don't be driving. I won't be on the road with you.
But that's like a $60,000 car.
Yeah.
And all I can afford is like a $200 car right now. So.
Oh, stop.
But my Charger is like, that's me, like big body.
Yeah.
You know, that's me, big body. It got a little scratch on it, you know, but that's the car that represents me. And when I get it, I feel comfortable. I'm not mad that I'm paying a car note on this car.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I'm spending money on a car, it better be a car that I want.
That's how I feel now too. It's like, yeah, it's hefty, but it's like, it's my baby though.
I know,
you know, it's like it's worth it if it makes you feel
like your kids. Like, they expensive, but you love them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know though. I don't have kids, but yeah,
but you getting good practice in.
You know, exactly.
Good practice.
I probably should pay that off before I decide to have kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Cause you might have to be switching it in for a minute.
No, girl. No. No.
All right. So, all right. Last thing, because I'm trying, y'all, to keep it under 30 minutes. I swear. Y'all can be quiet. Thank you.
What do you mean?
I need you to be quiet.
Oh. What?
Shut the door.
What do you think you are?
Oh.
These kids, I tell you. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Oh, we still looking decent. Oh, it's dark. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about was, I forgot.
Workout clothes.
Huh?
Workout clothes.
Oh, yeah. So my sister, like, she just posted this meme of some plus-size woman wearing some Nike plus-size clothing next to a plus-size Nike model. And I can't remember the exact caption on it, but it was like, so people are making athletic clothes for plus-size people look good, so now it's like people aren't really interested in being in shape anymore. And I kind of agree with that. I'm sure, and this was posted like maybe 20-30 minutes ago, so I'm sure they blasted me for what I said right now, but I'm gonna just let it roll till I can get back to it and defend myself. So granted, that the girl that was in the picture, she was beautiful, and she nice little round thing.
Round.
She has some curves.
Was she a pear shape? Or no, apple. That round is apple.
No. Right? She was pear shaped.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I mean, she might be even qualified to be hourglass.
Oh.
She might even be. Now, she looked good in the outfit, and so did the mannequin. The mannequin looked good too. And I've always wanted to have Nike's like my favorite sports attire, and I've always wanted to have something that I could fit comfortably at this size. So I'm like, yay, Nike's got some clothes out for us big people. But at the same time, I get where those people were coming from, saying that, you know, they're making it okay, and they're making it look good for people to be plus size. Now, there's some plus size ones like you could be a size 20 and be in all kinds of shape. Like that's as healthy as you can get. I believe that a size 20. Now, when you get up a little higher than that, then that's when it seems a little like you could just work out just a little bit. But I think that people are becoming more complacent with being plus size because now they're seeing more people out here that are the same size as them, and yay, somebody look like me, and there's no real motivation anymore to actually be in shape.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not cool with that. Like I remember back in the day, if I wanted something to wear and they ain't having it in my size, I'm like, dang, I need to go lose some weight. So I go work a little harder on trying to get a few pounds off. But now it's like, oh well, let me just go in this section.
Yeah. No, that's true though. That is definitely
I don't
true.
think that's fair.
Well, I guess I can speak from kind of a couple of perspectives because being someone who's lost over 100 pounds
Yeah, you look good.
Thank you, girl. It took some work though, but
Right.
let me tell you, those of you out there that think that losing weight comes from just going to the gym,
Nope.
nah. Like most of the weight, I'd say probably about 70%, 67% of the weight I lost came just by me changing my diet.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand, like, from the perspective of before I really changed my diet and I was dieting to lose weight, it was hard to find clothes that fit me comfortably or, stuff that was cute. Nike
Right.
wasn't really carrying, anything larger than an extra large
Right.
for a really long time. So it was kind of like I had to get stuff at Walmart or Target, which is cool. But sometimes you want to have a cute little fit on the Nike with the girl, the mannequins at Dick's, they had the cute
Right.
stuff, but that made it difficult. But I also think that, yes, it kind of allows people to be complacent, but at the same time, I also see that in the world that we're living in right now and where it's like so much discrimination going on, it's kind of like, well, if we don't make clothes bigger, then it's like we're gonna have a lawsuit on our hands. It could just be something. So I get that part, but
like if I were Nike, like if that was my company and somebody came for me in that kind of way, I'd be pissed off. Like, how is it? You're upset with me because I'm not making something for you?
Well, I mean, I get that, but at the same time, it's like if you're buying workout clothes to be cute, then that's you. But you also have to understand that you taking your health so delicately is going to be to your detriment in the future. Because for me, losing weight, when my knees started aching, when I was going up steps, when I couldn't, jog a lap around the track because I was winded or, going up a flight of steps made me tired. It was like, yo, you need to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And, with, especially being African Americans, a lot of chronic diseases like diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, all those things run in my family. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to live my life with chronic disease. So maybe I need to put my health in my own best interest.
Right.
So if you want to just look cute in your workout clothes, do you, boo. But I also feel like if you're going to dress the part, you should also act the part. Like they say, dress for the job you want.
Right.
You go to a job interview, you dress.
Clothes.
Yeah, go to the gym sometimes. Now, I ain't gonna front, dude. Sometimes I put on leggings and a cute shirt.
Leggings and cute shirts, that's totally different. But like that outfit that girl had on was like if she walked anywhere other than the gym, then
she was decked out.
Right. I mean, it was just like a sports bra and some leggings.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're not going to the gym, there's no point in you putting that on. I mean,
I wear that kind of stuff around the house too, though, because that's
around the house.
Yeah,
that's totally different.
I mean,
but somebody did comment and say like something about body shaming, and I'm saying that she's not beautiful. No, that girl, she was very beautiful, and granted, she had on a whole lot of makeup, so I don't know what she looked like underneath the makeup. But
do people really work out with makeup on?
That girl's not going to work out. That's what I'm saying.
But like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was so much of a misrepresentation in that photo. Like, like nobody. I don't go to the gym and work out with makeup on. I might like throw a little lipstick on.
What's funny is though, a lot of times when we see people in, actually showing, accessorizing athletic wear, they're never like in an environment that's conducive to them working out. It's just like, oh, look at me, I'm cute.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people are getting comfortable with just wearing athletic clothes for no daggone reason. I mean, if you put the clothes on, might as well go on and work out.
Let's go for a little walkie walk.
Yeah, just around the corner. I mean,
If you got a
you
dog,
can
take
be-
your dog for a walk.
Like that lady in Lynchburg that be walking down 4th Avenue. I don't know what her name is. I don't know who she is.
I don't. Oh, she be wearing little tennis skirts and stuff.
Yes, so
And she had the long hair. She be wearing
right.
hats.
She buy athletic clothes to be cute because that's all she do. But at least she walk a little bit.
She does. That's true.
All right, so that I said my piece on that because I see y'all was getting a little upset. I'm not saying the girl is ugly. I'm not saying that she's not beautiful. She just a little heavy, and so am I. And we can stand to lose a little weight.
Well, I mean, and at the end of the day, it's not gonna do anything but benefit you. Like
Right,
you can be
you ain't
cute
gonna
and
die.
big, but you also can be less big and healthy
Right.
and still cute.
Right.
Because I know since I lost weight, people say I look like long neck. You know, look at it. Look
You
at
do
it.
like
Like
that.
this long. You should be like this. You want to look like this or like this?
Right.
You
Which
know,
one you want? You want
the
my
choice
head
is
right on my
yours.
shoulders? What you want?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's always going to be somebody out here that's got something to say about how you look.
Yeah. It's always going to be haters anyway.
So-
but who cares?
Right.
To me, I feel like do what you do for you.
I'm not a hater. I'm just trying to tell you what's best for your health and what's better for you in the long run.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can attest to the fact that I couldn't see myself going back just because I feel like a whole different person. You know, I feel better in my 30s than I did in my 20s. So
Right.
it's like
And that says a lot.
that makes a difference.
It
That
does.
that encourages you. And this doesn't mean y'all. I'm not saying like I've been out here working out. I do yoga, but other than that, no, I don't be at the gym doing a bunch of cardio and all that. I do need to do more of that, but you know, once you get your body to a place where you're comfortable in your own skin and not comfortable as in, oh, I'm okay with the way I look, but you actually feel good, you know, that's worth all the effort.
Oh
to
yeah.
me.
Oh yeah. And one other thing, like I love who I am.
Mm.
I love my body. I know I can do better with it, but look. If I'm somewhere in my bathing suit and you don't like what I got going on, that's on you.
Well, like my grandma said, she used to say, if you don't like how I look, don't look at me.
Right. Right.
You
So
know?
don't
And
think
if
that
you
I'm
do
putting
like how I
myself
look, take a
down
picture.
because I am plus size. I'm a little smaller than I used to be, but I still love the way I am.
Yeah.
I'm a work on it, and I'm gonna love myself then too.
Self-love is the
Shoot,
best
I
love.
love myself from size 12 because I can't do nothing under that. Then I look sick.
Yes, you could.
No, I don't want to. That's the best I can do. Best I can
You be
do.
surprised yourself, girl.
Nah.
Sometimes I be like, dang, what
Last
the
time
world?
I was at 8'10", I looked real sick.
Oh.
I don't want to do that no more.
Your
No,
neck
so-
was skin thinner than mine?
Right.
I was going to say skin.
I was just bones. It was just bones.
Stack
No,
of bones.
I can't do that. So I don't love myself from a 12 to, let's say, about 22. I won't go any more than that.
No, she's not. Such limits.
I gotta put my limits on because if I don't, then I will be out here being a size.
Well, you need to gear them limits back. She didn't mean 12 to 22. She meant 12 to 18.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do
We don't need to get into the 20s.
No,
You
I
need
don't.
that?
I don't. But you know, I'm a little heavier than most people think I am. So
That's okay. You and I used to be the same size.
yes.
And now I feel like a 10, 12. You gonna look sick?
No, you.
All right then. So you gonna look sick?
Yeah,
either.
but we built differently. We built differently.
Really though, are we? We about the same height. Only thing you always have more than me is butt.
Right.
Okay,
And that's
then,
most
so-
of my weight right there.
Oh, you gonna lose it? You'll be like me.
Right, right. They be like, what is that back there?
No, but you know what happened as I lost weight. What happened to my butt?
Yeah, it got a little big.
Yeah, I do. See, that could be you, bruh. That could be you. That's what I'm saying. You don't knock it till you try.
I know.
You know.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. You guys did really good last time watching. I saw those little views skyrocket. So let's see if we can do
Yes, the
more.
skyrocket.
Share with
again.
your friends and all your peoples on Facebook. I appreciate it. And